Yeah, I think these are working a little bit better. Seems a lot smoother. Maybe I had too much weight last time. I don't know. Maybe the servo was struggling with all that weight and I wasn't able to turn correctly. Maybe I do have a little more steering clearance. But I can say these MEUS housings, for what I'm putting this through, is making life a lot easier. I know it's hard to tell because you're not here driving it, and I've driven this course like so many different times. Let's see if we can. And there is a difference. That's going to lose. It's going to fall. Oh, fell. Just when you guys thought this little SCX30 couldn't get any better, MEUS went and dropped their axle housings. We got them here. We're about to install them. Let's go ahead and see if this guy can crawl any better with these new axle housings, or if it was just a waste of money. As you guys can clearly see, I'm addicted to RCs. As you guys can clearly see on the table, I have a thing for these new SCX30s, and it is a problem. So, this has been my go-to build for upgrading and getting performance out of the SCX30. I have videos on pretty much every piece of this build, from the pocket snake to the brass steering knuckles there from hot racing. Now I am going to be replacing those with the MEUS axle housings, with the mindset that the knuckles in the MEUS packaging are going to be better than the hot racing. We're going to see if that is the case or not by first weighing the knuckles. Now the housing, we'll install that, we'll weigh everything at the end. But let's see, we got all of our hardware in here. We're going to be switching that out. I'm going to go ahead and weigh, since this says it's 6.7 grams per knuckle, and I have this set up, I'm going to go ahead and weigh one of these to see what this steering knuckle weighs by itself from MEUS. And then we'll see if we lose any performance, if we gain any performance on this. Let's go ahead and place that on the right front. And we'll see here that that gives us 5.9 grams. So the hot racing is 6.7 grams, and this is 5.8 grams. So we are significantly lighter with that knuckle. However, we do get an aluminum housing, which should make up for the difference in the weight. Now, I'm not sure how to go be scientific with this. This is the rear. Let's grab that front. I guess I can weigh the housing with the other knuckle, and then we can kind of just split the difference and see how that works out. But together in the front, with the knuckles and the housing that we're going to be installing, we're at 16.7 grams. So not sure how much of a difference it's going to make. It's almost going to wash out, I think, with me removing these knuckles. So if that's the case, I'm fine with that. If I lose performance, then I may go back to this, but I've always liked MEUS. I've had MEUS in several of my builds. I love the steering angle. I'm not too sure if this is going to give me any more steering angle, because I don't have any steering links for this other than what we see here as far as the axle housing and the knuckles. So we'll have to see if that gives us any more clearance on the steering. But I am excited, and I wasn't expecting that MEUS was going to be dropping these. So pretty cool that we have them, and that we'll be getting a chance to test these out today. So I'm going to go ahead and get these installed quickly. Should be pretty straightforward. If I have any issues, I'll let you guys know. But this is the MEUS aluminum axle housing with their knuckles. Let's go ahead and slap these things in this pocket snake build and see if we can make it better, or maybe we'll make it worse. All right, so I do apologize for the change of scenery. I did have to do some other media in between installing this and doing some other projects. So that is why you see that background change up a little bit with some Hot Wheels and different SCX30s back there. See that nice black Jeep. Yeah, I'll show that in another video. But we did manage to install the MEUS axle housings, and it was a very straightforward and easy install. I did read that some folks were having issues with the knuckles stripping out as they were installing these screws. I did not find that to be the case. One thing to bear in mind as you guys look at this, I did keep the axle studs, the internals, the same as I had prior before I installed them. So I kept it all the same. I just changed out the housing. So it does keep that wider stance with those hot racing studs, but the MEUS axles themselves, the housing, don't really add much at all compared to the stock. So like I mentioned earlier, it may be just a wash as far as the weight in the front, but I did add a little bit of weight in the rear. So we're going to go ahead and check that out on our scale that we have out, and then we'll take it out for a drive. So I'm going to go ahead, we have everything zeroed out, and we have this here. Let's go and throw this on the scale. So it looks like we're at about let me see, wait for this to settle down here for a bit. About 58% in the front, 42 in the rear, and we're at 104.4 grams in the front, and about 77 grams in the rear. The weight on left to right is about 90, 91.7 here on the right side. So the reason why I'm able to keep that pretty equal is because of the fact of how I run my battery in this build. So you guys can see how I have that battery sitting right there. This is a 2S, and that's how I have it all set up. Like I mentioned, you guys have seen this build in the past kind of all go together. We're just changing out the housing for this. So I'm going to take this out for a drive, and we're going to see if it makes a difference. Let's see if we gained anything as far as steering, or if it looks any different. We're going to see if it makes a huge difference on the drivability. I'm not sure that it will, like I mentioned. So when I said in the beginning, was it worth it or was it a waste? That is something we're going to find out very soon. So let's go ahead and get this battery plugged in. And I guess I don't need the body for that. We're just going to check out the steering real quick. So it doesn't look like we gained much from there. Let's get that a little bit closer here. Looks pretty much the same. I will adjust it just a little bit as far as my parameters here, but I don't really see too much of a difference. So I will definitely be paying attention to that as I take it out to the course. So let's go ahead and take this out and then see how it does. All right, we've seen the stats. We've seen what this thing has on paper or on my phone as far as the weight. Let's go ahead and send it up the course. Now, we already know this build is pretty capable. We already know that when I tested it with those other knuckles, it did well. Basically, we added some weight in the rear and just distributed that front weight a little bit more with that front axle. So you can see it just so easily climbs over with no problem whatsoever. Now that's just all because of the build in general and everything I have in it, but we're gonna see what these axles do in comparison to what it had before. Right now when I take it to these a little bit harder lines that this build has excelled at. And then for me, that'd be a good true test and testament for the parts if I can make the same lines with these axle housings. Sorry about that, it was a focusing. If I can make the same lines with these axle housings, then okay, great. It's similar. If it, to me, in my opinion, does it better, well then I would say it's a worthy upgrade. So let's see how we do here. I didn't watch my last video. I guess I should have, to see exactly what I did to get this line. But at one point I made it up here in the way that it was built prior with those other knuckles. So let's see if I can get that set up where I can come up and over. Oh, no, fell down. All right, you know what? I think last time I did it with two hands. Let's go ahead and set this down. give myself a little more focus to be able to do this with 2 hands, and then just hope that I don't fall on the camera and knock it over. But I guess it's just a casualty of what happens when I'm trying to record and do these videos. So let's see if that camera balances there for a minute and I can get 2 hands on the wheel and see if we can make it up. One thing I didn't mention, I totally forgot. I guess I should have said this because it makes a difference, is I have Endura wheels and tires. Oh, there goes my camera. Oh. One thing I should have mentioned that's going to make a difference in this is I have the Endura wheels and tires installed. So I technically have more grip. What? Will it make a difference? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I didn't make this line with this car. I don't know. Maybe I just made that up. Maybe it was a different vehicle. Nice flip there. Doing some acrobatics. Yeah, I got the wheels and tires on here, so maybe this isn't a fair test, but now that I'm adding that at the end of the video, well, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to make it. I just don't think it's going to do it. This thing is too sideways right there, and it just can't get back down. Maybe some shocks. You know, that's probably what it is. If I had some shocks, I could probably do this a lot easier. Nope, not going to make it. So, all right, we can't make that. That's understandable. The one line that I always wanted to make with the SCX30 was this one right here, which technically is the same line right here. So I might try it at the lower one, so if I do take a fall, it won't wreck my body too bad. So let's go to the lower section here and do that same line, just in a lower level. And I'm assuming with these wheels and the axle housings, I shouldn't have any problem. But I guess only time will tell here in a couple seconds if I can do it or not. All right. This pocket snake build, wanted it to be the ultimate SCX30 build. Last time I made this line, and I did it. All right. That actually was a lot easier. I think the combination of everything I have on it right now with those housings and the weight in the rear kind of kept it leveled. Let me try that again. I think that's where everything's coming from, is me being a little more leveled out with that weight. On my larger builds, I tend to have nylon rear axles. This one is aluminum, so it did add some weight in the rear. And that may have been the difference. Kind of keeping those wheels planted for a little bit longer where I can get that torque. All right. Contortion there in the back. Yeah, I think these are working a little bit better. Seems a lot smoother. Maybe I had too much weight last time. I don't know. Maybe the servo was struggling with all that weight and I wasn't able to turn correctly. Maybe I do have a little more steering clearance. But I can say these MEUS housings, for what I'm putting this through, is making life a lot easier. I know it's hard to tell because you're not here driving it, and I've driven this course like so many different times. Let's see if we can. And there is a difference. That's gonna lose. It's gonna fall. Oh, fell. All right. But yeah, I mean, this line right here was always the hardest, and with this current setup that I have right now, I have no issue going from there up and around this line. That's pretty good. There is another line on the other side. I don't recall if this truck has made it. Let's test that out with this setup with the axle housings and these tires. Let's just see. I think it's, look how wide that is. If you guys don't recall what I have in this, you guys can check out the video. I have, the only thing I did on this was to change out the, oh, that's definitely going to fall. Whoa. I don't know, is this going to go backwards? I don't think I have enough in the servo there. And the CRC needs to come out with the servo. To get some power behind this servo. I don't think it's going to do it. It's just going to fall. Well, that's as far as I got. But let's look at that. Look underneath. Look at this. Look at the axle housings. Look at that MEUS right there. we'll just leave it at that. For me, just, you know, the little bit of how much faster and better I can do some of these lines, I want to attribute that to the axle housings. I have driven it with these tires with the old setup, so I'm just speaking off of my experience, and it does seem to do it a lot smoother, and I think that little bit of weight distribution made a difference. Now, like I said, that is kind of a wash with the weight from the hot racing steering knuckles with the MEUS front axle housing. It's almost a wash in the sense of the weight, but also adding that extra weight in the rear and then kind of leveling out that weight in the front, I think made a difference. I could be crazy. Maybe I just have bad memory, but pretty good. Is it worth the money? If you had the setup that I already had, it's negligible. I want to say that if you had the setup that I had prior, you probably do not need the axle housings. You could have left it alone the way it was. But if you want metal that's a little more durable as you're going up and down rocks and things, and you don't want to tear up that plastic axle housing, then I would say it's worth it. Otherwise, from stock, huge difference from the knuckles I had on prior. From stock to this, huge difference. But from what I had prior to this, I would say it's a matter of preference at that point. But those are the MEUS axle housings. If you guys want to get any, please use the link in our bio. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time with some more upgrades to this little SCX30.